Hello, everyone, and welcome back to the Fixed Ops Roundtable. I'm Katrina Ness, joined by Ted Ings, and we are here at the Reynolds Amplify event in Dallas, Texas. Ted, this has been amazing.
It's exciting and amazing, and we want to welcome Chris Martinez from Curator. Chris, welcome back to the Fixed Ops Roundtable.
Thank you for having me.
We heard so much earlier this year, and even a little bit earlier about Curator. If you don't mind, tell us a little bit about it, because it's a lot of buzz here at Amplify, and people are talking about it.
Sure. Curator is the vision of Brad Title to take the current space of a CDP and move it into what the future needs to be for dealers, and taking all that first party data and making it actionable and relative to the customers out there.
So let's start with that, if you don't mind, Chris. It's a dealership it's an issue all dealerships face, finding and engaging the right customers to bring into the store. How does Curator help with all that?
Great question. Yes, dealers today cannot just wait around for customers to come into the dealership. Consumers are out there using the internet, looking at all this different information out there and looking for the stuff before they actually visit the dealer. So when a customer's out there looking for this information, Curator's absorbing all these different data points that the customer's actually doing. And it's combining with the information that a dealer currently has in their CRM. That way it can maximize the information and provide the consumer with relative information of what they're looking at. So we're using different data points from demographic and behavior data to create a single view of the customer, so the dealer has an understanding of what this customer is actually doing.
So it's a very smart platform, using things that we have not been able to utilize, maybe dealers have wanted in the past, and you've put it all together.
Yes, it's actually taking AI and machine learning to a new level. It's taking all the first party data points and all this machine learning to be able to anticipate the need of what the customer is looking for.
Wow, and I can assume, a dealership can do a lot with a complete overview of a customer.
They can. There's a lot you can do, but it really starts with the sales team, because the sales team, when they're out there, needs this information. It doesn't help if a customer's coming into the store and the sales team is blind to what the customer is currently looking at. By tracking a customer who's live on the website, Curator is going to be able to identify, using AI and machine learning, what this customer is actually looking at, because they might have entered the information 2, 3, 4 years ago and they were looking for a Honda Civic, and today they're looking for something completely different.
Right.
So with this complete view, AI is going to write their email, their text message, and even provide them a phone track. So that way the salesperson's job is a lot easier. All they have to do is push a button and they'll be able to send this relative information to the consumer, helping the consumer come into your location because you provide it to them in a timely and professional manner relative to what they're actually looking at.
Right. And, with customers having access to so many different options and so many things through the internet just at their fingertips, this makes it a lot more direct and active for the dealership.
It does.
Yeah.
And Chris, historically, as a salesperson, I didn't want to write that email. I didn't want to figure out what I was going to say in a phone track. I didn't want to have to go through all that. So you've taken a lot of the guesswork out of it to make it more efficient. So now it really puts a lot more control in the salesperson's hands.
Yes, it does. And it also uses automation. So that way salespeople are be able to react to information that was already being sent to the consumer relative to what they're looking at, and provided that information in the CRM for them to review.
And it's not old information, like you said. It's current. It's what's now. And it really puts all this at the dealership's fingertips, the salesperson's fingertips.
It does. It gives them a lot of power and a lot of access to the information in real time.
So let's go back to that. How does Curator know? How do you know what to write? I mean, you mentioned machine learning and we're talking about AI, but where's all this coming from?
Well, Curator works simply just like all technology today, all your social media apps and everything. It's tracking your dealership's website, your CRM, and your DMS. So any of the data points that are connected, and we're trying to remove all those different silos, it's taking all that information in real time, just absorbing. We also use behavior and demographic data. Reynolds being a first-party data source, we have access to a lot of first-party data. And by having access to that, we can fill the engine with more information, making it more powerful. So that way, when a customer 2 years ago fell into a certain audience, today it's able to learn, because we know that people, they get married, they have kids, those kids move out,
Yes.
right? So now that customer needs to dynamically move to a new audience. And dealers need to understand that with that, they need to change the communication and how they're actually communicating with these customers.
You really thought this thing out really well. So
It's a pretty powerful tool.
What is on the horizon for you guys coming up and, wrapping around to the end of 2025?
There's a lot actually, that's Reynolds. I mean, Reynolds always looking to innovate. Curator is looking to continue to grow within Curator. We're also looking at how to make the CRM a bigger platform as well as adding some new features to the CRM. So that way dealers can stop working out of multiple platforms and they can work out of one location. And that's kind of where Curator also brought everything together into the CRM. So that way focused customers using the DMS are looking into one area.
Absolutely.
and just thinking out loud, Chris, this is going to really be a big help to fixed ops because you've laid all the groundwork here on the variable side, doing all the homework, if you will. And now it's going to make it a lot easier for fixed ops. I can imagine this is going to go even further into the customer life cycle, into the service and the fixed part.
Yeah, Curator works for both sales and service, and it's doing the same information for both. So it's driving customers into the front as well driving into the service base.
Well, Chris, congratulations. This is exciting stuff, Katrina.
This is very exciting. With AI being on the forefront of the industry right now and such large come up, it's amazing that you guys are taking the lead with that.
Yes.
All right.
Very exciting.
This is Curator. It's the unified intelligence engine from Reynolds and Reynolds. And Katrina and I are very honored to be able to talk to you about it today, Chris.
Thank you very much.
Katrina Ness and I are here at the Reynolds Amplify event, part of the Fixed Ops Roundtable, and we're going to be right back.